That's it. Stay there. Nice.
Taking no time off to bring you the main event here tonight.
Yeah, expect a pretty high-paced start to this match.
Be patient.
Again, a double guard pull.
Nice. Concentrate on your grips. Concentrate on your grips.
Sam looking to come straight around to the
right
back.
hand to the collar.
Loving the open guard, Barambola stuff, rolling back takes, stuff like that. Got a very dynamic game, whereas Ross also very nice off the bat, but also quite an aggressive passer. He's excellent at controlling positions. He really likes to break a guy down spiritually before looking for the sub.
I haven't seen too much of Ross competing in a gi. A lot of his matches I've commentated before have been no gi, where he's come out, he's pulled that Z guard very quickly, and he's got some tricky, amazing knee bar entries and the like off it. But we find him in top position here with Sam Gibson looking to work his way around the outside leg.
That's it. Just concentrate on your grips, Sam.
Got to give a shout out to our acai company here.
Oh yeah.
Soboroso Acai.
Yeah, we've just been we went and got some during the break, and we've been delivered some more acai.
There are perks to this job, Dan.
There are perks to that job. Acai is the only one.
So Sam Gibson looking to work his guard here. Nicholls trying to bury his head in, get really tight, not allow any space.
Yeah, so both these guys fought in the same division at the Europeans just last weekend.
Gibson taking a third place.
Third, yeah. The thing is, Ross, they were both in the same division, which is a black belt lightweight. But Ross lost to
Michael Liera Jr., I think it was.
The winner of the division. So, on paper, Ross went out first the second round, and Sam made it to the semi-finals. But really, it doesn't mean anything because Ross just had, unfortunately, he got drawn with the top guy in the division and the eventual champion. That could have been the finals. You never know.
But one thing you have got to point out is there's a fantastic GIF online of Ross and Liera just going back and forth on sweeps. I mean, what a fantastic match that was.
It was a tough fight. So.
So Gibson looking to play this spider guard here. Nicholls trying to drive that knee through the middle.
I'm in a very frustrated position right now. You see, I only have one arm, and I'm holding the microphone with my free arm, and
looking at the
acai about 5 inches in front of my face. Oh look!
Do I need to feed you, Dan?
If you can.
No.
Is there anyone around here that I can get to feed me?
So Ross Nicholls still with this top position, trying to stop Gibson opening up and utilising the space.
That's it. Stay calm.
This, of course, an all-London clash as well, Dan.
Break that grip off your leg.
Sam Gibson representing Carlson Gracie over in Hammersmith. I think he also trains out of Oxford a fair bit as well. But Ross Nicholls, is he Farringdon, I want to say?
Yeah, Roger Gracie. Gym box.
Take your time now, Sam. Take your time. Nice.
This is not the first time these two guys have clashed gis before.
Concentrate on
they
your
fought
movement.
3, 4, maybe even 5 times. So they definitely have some history with each other, but since the last time they competed against each other, they've both been on an absolute tear. Very successful both domestically and internationally. So they've gone their separate paths. Sam Gibson competed in a lighter weight division for a little while, back up to lightweight now. So
nice. He's unbalanced.
Looking to utilise this close guard, underhooking the leg, trying to talk Nicholls off balance here.
Keep breaking him down, keep breaking him down. Keep him in here.
yeah, Sam Gibson has a very nice close guard. Ross needs to be very careful about what he does with his arms, but Ross is a smart grappler. He knows all the danger that is in right now. He won't be reacting to anything. He knows what's coming, and he'll be ready. He'll already have the defense ready to go as soon as Sam starts looking for the attack. Since this is our last match, I just want to say respect to Ollie Geddes. You know, he's worked pretty. It's
long night for this referee.
Refereeing is a pretty tough job, and you've got to stay focused the whole time. And Ollie has been there, kind of, you know, with this eagle gaze. He's not broken contact. Yeah, a complete robot, a refereeing robot here.
Ross looking to pass around, Gibson circling to retain guard, just inverting so well to try and find the legs back inside on those lapels and cuffs.
Yeah.
Pressure now
Sam
from Nicholls.
Awesome guard retention. And Ross has a very, very good guard passing, so this makes for a really, it's a very close tactical battle between these two guys, you know, which is why I was excited for it. I just hope,
when you can get underneath,
the problem with this sort of stuff is you have two guys who are so good and so closely matched that you may just see back and forth like we did in the last match for the full 20 minutes. I'd really like to see someone get the upper hand and get close, or even possibly get a submission here.
Well,
I'd love to see EBI rules on this match. I'd love to see it.
15 minutes left in our main event here. Gibson looking to try and sit up, grab that outside leg and invert around. Nicholls getting that base really low again.
Put it off your bottom leg.
Looking to try and smash through, circles the leg out nicely. Gibson inverting to restore guard here.
That's it, nice and
Yeah,
relaxed.
very, very tricksy guard to pass is Sam Gibson.
He's already tried that twice. and it's not
Right now,
working.
Ross, I would say being the aggressor here. Sam's on the back foot a little bit, really not worried in any way, shape or form. What I'd like to see is Sam getting into his own and looking to go for some sweeps or submissions, you know. With a guy of this high level, of this caliber,
There you go.
you're going to have to set up your submissions quite.
There you go.
Well, Gibson trying to drag the collar of Ross Nicholls through. Nicholls over-under pass options here.
Your time will come. It will come. Just relax.
You know, it's going to be very difficult to grab Ross without setting up a submission very, very intricately. The problem is, I don't think that Sam really has any interest in trying to pass Ross's guard or playing on top. Sam is a guard, you know, really likes playing guard. He's very comfortable from that position. And as you saw from the kind of double sitting guard position close to the beginning, I don't think that Sam has any intention of coming on top, very much like Viking was in the last fight. Hopefully
Go
not
back to
quite
the
as
arena on the other side, if not. There you
completely
go.
against the idea of sweeping as Viking was.
Well, we shall see. Ross Nicholls trying to drive that knee through the middle now. Gibson,
Nice.
foot on the hip to elevate.
What Ross is doing here is he's using a very skilled open guard, very nice grips to get Ross off balance, but not, you know, he wants to fake the sweep. He's not looking to sweep him. He's using those sweep attempts to set up the submissions.
I mean, this match notwithstanding, Dan, what's been your highlight of the evening so far?
Highlight of the evening so far, apart from obviously being able to sit next to you
Everything's
and
fine,
commentate,
everything's perfect. Keep
the kids'
breathing,
fight,
concentrating on
Munir
the
and
Cameron.
Gibbert. Hibbert, sorry. Just, it gives you hope.
It really
Doesn't
does.
it?
What a
Hope.
fantastic 8 minutes
Hope
that was.
that, well, it gives you both, you know, a bittersweet really. Hope in that the future of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the UK is safe, and also despair that in a couple of years' time I'm going to get my ass kicked really badly by some of these kids.
That's fair enough. No, what a fantastic match that was earlier. We had some great submissions earlier on.
Yeah, I really liked the Paul Bridges Lane Pozo match as well, once it got going. And we've actually had a lot of, and obviously the Purple Belt tournament was awesome, you know. It was really nice to see EBI rules used live for the first time.
Yeah, Jack Cronin taking that win in the first round of that tournament over Jermaine Gill via EBI rules.
And then once Jack got into his rhythm in the finals, getting the submission there as well.
Oh, and Gibson looking to come up. Nicholls vaulting out. And we've actually got a standing tussle for the first time.
Yeah, this is what I want to see. I want to see Sam continue the momentum here and try and get on top and then put Ross on the back foot with some passing. That's what I want to see. And, you know, like I was mentioning earlier, probably not likely to see something like
nice,
that.
Sam, nice.
Well, Gibson immediately pulling guard again. Nicholls trying to step round. Gibson circling that outside leg in. Pattern we've seen time and time again here in this match as we start to edge our way towards the halfway point.
Just stay patient, stay patient. It's gonna come, it's gonna come.
Okay, so Sam sweeps here. I want to see Sam passing now and looking to play on top.
Ross Nicholls looking for his X-guard here.
Ross is very, very comfortable off his back as equally as he is on top. So look for Ross to try and
Very
sweep
nice.
back immediately.
Same position,
This is
ref.
an awkward position to reset in.
Oh, and the corners calling to say they do not want to concede this position at all. They feel that Sam Gibson is going to flush his way out into more of a dominant posture here. Our very experienced referee Oli Geddes checking the position. And he's going to look to reset here.
No.
I stand by Ollie being the most intense person on the mat right now.
Left leg on the floor.
Well, Gibson still trying to hunt the back. Nicholls staying firmly planted on his.
As I was saying earlier, as you can see, not too interested in staying on top. You know, he is looking to roll to the back or submit off of his back.
11 minutes.
11 minutes. It's going to come. It's going to come, Sam.
And you can hear the corners of Sam Gibson saying to him, keep doing what you're doing. They think the opening's going to come. Let's see if Ross Nicholls starts to get a bit frustrated, perhaps.
That's it. So nice.
Both gentlemen sitting down, trading leg positions now. I mean, there might be a change of pace here where Ross Nicholls decides, you know what, I don't want to be the passer anymore.
The problem if you have someone who isn't too keen to play on top, Ross could sit backwards all he likes, but chances are Sam's probably going to still try and play guard. Very much in the last match where Sebastian was sitting down and Viking was down on his back, I think if Ross does want to play guard, I don't think he's going to get the opportunity. Sam wants to continue to play guard, and to be honest with you, he's probably having... He's having success, you know, more success in the last 5 minutes than he did in the first. The momentum seems to be going towards his favour. He seems more comfortable off his back, going for sweep attempts and, you know, looking to get on top. I think Ross is... Can't tell whether Ross is grabbing onto a foot at all.
Yeah, Nicholls looking to smash through again, and Gibson just whips that outside leg over so quickly.
Yeah,
to re-establish the guard.
Gibson is very flexible. He's got good hip mobility. And his ability to retain guard is a nightmare to try and pass. But like I said, Ross is a very, you know, if you look at this exchange is a perfect example. Ross passing, but even when he gets past the guard, Sam is able to maneuver his body around and you know, not end up trapped anywhere.
So Gibson looking to pass on top here.
For the first time now, Sam actually looking to try and
stay
move
heavy
around
on top
here. I want to see him. It'll be interesting to see if he gets the opportunity, whether he sits backwards into guard and kind of goes back into that position he's comfortable with. I'd like to see him try and pass from here and see if he can get a dominant position on top.
We know how much Nicholls likes that.
As I'm saying,
Z guard.
Ross
Easy sweep.
Ross with a nice sweep there, but I just don't think that Sam is too upset about it. If this was an IBJJF match, I'm sure it'd be very, very
He'd be
different.
scrambling, trying to stop the sweep points.
The people who prefer the guard in this tournament are taking full advantage of the fact that there's no points. Ross trying to come back up, Ross grabbing him. Sorry, Sam trying to come back up, Ross grabbing him, throwing him straight back down. Ross still trying to get the pass. He's inside control now, but
is he going to secure this position?
The problem is, look how small Sam is making himself. He's brought his knee up, which has brought Ross very high up his body. Right now, Sam's going to be looking to underhook with his right arm or to bring his legs back on the inside here. So, you know, Ross is past his guard, but he's not going to be able to do anything, chances.
So we're down to 8 minutes left in this main event here at Tough Grappling Challenge 3. Gibson, really, the story of this fight has been Sam Gibson retaining his guard, Ross Nicholls trying to pass, the occasional sweep traded, but nobody really with the dominant position yet. Josh Palmer and Dan Strauss calling all the action for you here from the Circus Tavern in Essex. Your last chance now to get on Twitter and let Dan know what you think of tonight's stream, or just what you think of him.
Yeah.
At TUFFGC on Twitter.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's been really nice interacting with you guys today.
That's it. We need to start spinning upside down now, Sam. Come on.
Yeah.
Crowd here at Circus Tavern have been excellent here this evening. It's been a long night of grappling. We kicked off at 5 p.m. and here we are nearly 5 hours later, non-stop action with our main event of the evening. We've had a fantastic submission rate here tonight. Way more than half of the matches, I'd say 2/3, finishing by submission.
Yeah, this has been a really awesome event. It's been an absolute pleasure being here. The atmosphere is really nice here. It's a really nice setup. For those watching at home, everyone seems to be pretty happy with how the stream's gone, which is really good to hear. Hopefully me and Josh haven't been too much of a pain in the arse. But yeah, you know, this is a really nice setup tournament. This is a stream that's been given away for free. It costs money to run these events, and the only thing that the organisers of this event are asking in return is your support by watching and showing your love for this sort of tournament. So
Nicholls trying to pick the lock that is the guard of Sam Gibson, not having too much success as of yet, and as you rightly pointed out, Dan, as soon as he does, Gibson's guard retention.
Yeah, he's an absolute nightmare to try and pass. Really what I need to see from Ross here is shutting down those legs. Ross passes with quite a high, he likes to attack the upper body straight away. He controls the legs to pass, but then he's looking to go real high. With Sam, he really needs to kill those legs with a knee through or by controlling the legs, but when he passes, he can't focus on the upper body. When he passes, he needs to continue the focus on those legs to shut the hips down so he can do something, because he's just not able to secure side control.
Yeah, as you can see, the leg there almost coming all the way up, and Nicholls with the first hints of a tight half guard here. Gibson framing on the hip, trying to keep him away.
Yes, keep pushing that arm out. Keep that arm away from your opponent.
Awesome flexibility the entire match from Sam Gibson. Makes you wonder whether he's been doing some yoga for BJJ with Sebastian Brosch, possibly yoga for BJJ.net. One of our sponsors for tonight, as you saw, the sort of flexibility that makes it very difficult to pass a guard. I wonder whether Sam's been getting involved in that. You'd have to ask him yourself.
Quite possibly. We do thank the support of our sponsors one last time: Prestige Developments, Osborne & Co. Accountants, Tuff Fightwear and Valor Fightwear are your sponsors for tonight's evening, along with Yoga for BJJ.
Couple of shouts out left. Mo Johnson asked, he missed the early fights. Where can I catch up? I believe the entire stream is going to
stay up.
It's going to stay up the whole time. You can watch this back as many, forever. The entire stream will be online at the address that you're watching currently. So if you've missed anything, or you just want to hear my lovely voice again and again, that's completely possible. Alex Smith, great event. Going to come watch it live next time. See you at Cleos 6. I will see you there, Alex, and definitely come on down and enjoy it live.
So 4.5 minutes left, really ticking down to the final chances for these two competitors here. At this point, Dan, when does a fighter start thinking about, the Hail Marys have to come in, the crazy chances, the jumping footlocks, the jumping guard passes? When does this start to come into play?
With these two athletes, it doesn't. These two guys are not willing to risk anything that would be outside of their own game. These are you're talking about two international level black belts. These are top competitors that have their game down. They are not going to sacrifice anything to please anyone. They are looking for one thing and one thing only: to play their game and try and implement it and hope that that's enough to defeat the opponent.
It's looking
to be honest with you, I don't think either of them is going to have enough to get the win here. Who I'd give it to? It's a very, very difficult one to call. I would say, like the Elaine Pozo Paul Bridges match.
Oh,
it's very, very close. As I say that,
we
the
get
first time in the match,
side control.
Ross Nicholls passes, and the pop and the movement in Sam Gibson's hips just isn't there right now.
Yeah, starting to go. We know Ross Nicholls has an incredibly tricky and fast armbar setup from side control. He does love. Be interesting to see if he tries to use it or if he looks to move to him out. It's curious, he's gone back towards the hips here.
Yeah, if I was Ross, I would be staying very close to the head. But then the problem with Sam, he's so mobile and flexible. If you go too far, if you go too far towards the head, you take all of the weight and pressure off of the stomach and the hips. And Sam Gibson's able to go upside down, bring his legs back in, and just go straight back to guard.
Well, you got to say, Dan, 3 minutes left. This is probably going to be the best chance that Nicholls gets in this match to finish. He's looking to set the choke up here.
I wonder whether this is on. A guy of the experience level of Ross, I don't feel like he would go, that he'd hold on to a submission that he knows isn't there. So if Ross is holding on to a sub, it's probably on.
Yeah,
he's let go, which is a testament to what I was saying earlier, the experience. He knows he's not going to get it. He's not going to hang on to it.
You can see that top knee of Gibson going to come back through and
there. And what we're talking about, the inversion again. Beautiful position there. From knee on stomach, Sam used his top leg to kick Ross in the butt to bring his weight forward so he could invert, bring the leg back through and regain guard. We have 2 minutes left of this match, and I would be very surprised if we see a finish now.
No, I think, as much as we said these guys aren't going to go outside of their game, they're going to stay very disciplined, which, that in itself has to be respected. Perhaps just a tempo change. just a little bit of shift in the aggressiveness of attacking those positions.
These are not guys who are going to be flustered or change their style for anyone. I think it was very similar to the last match where you have guys who are set in a pace that they're comfortable with, and nothing that anyone's going to do is going to change that. These guys are not going to switch it up unless the only time that these guys are going to switch up the pace is if they smell blood and they see the finish is there. I don't think with the timer counting down, with a minute and a half to go, these guys are looking up and they're not thinking, I'm going to go for something crazy here. They're thinking, I'm going to keep on trying to play my game. And you know what? It's probably not going to be enough, but that's my game and I'm going to keep playing it.
Minute 25 here. Gibson going turtle to maintain that guard. Again, Nicholls going one knee through with potential over-under setups. But every time Gibson manages to re-establish using that outside leg.
Noodoo Woodoo, nice stream, much appreciated. Peter Fletcher, nice to see British BJJ doing so well, will only get better. I think that's a very, very true. I think that it's a show like this with a lot of people watching, a lot of people supporting at home, is a testament to how far BJJ is coming along. The level of some of these guys, even you're asking about
the white belts, the kids,
the white belts earlier. It's unbelievable. So
Gibson sweeping on top here. 30 seconds left in this one. 30 seconds left.
As I said, Gibson just does not want to be on top. He's sat straight back down.
Well, this is the entire evening here, ladies and gentlemen. Last 25 seconds. See if somebody can hit something. Again, an easy sweep to top for Ross Nicholls, but that's not going to count for anything. He looks to set up the cross choke.
18 seconds left. Who would you give it to?
It's a really tough one. I mean, you got to say the aggression has probably come from Ross Nicholls. He's had the better of the dominant positions. He has passed as well.
I think that I agree in terms of submissions. Ross is the only one who's really gone for anything. But to be honest with you, the pace and the momentum's gone back and forth. At times, I would say the beginning Ross was favoured. The middle, Sam kind of had the momentum, and then towards the end again, Ross picked up the pace a little bit. A very, very, very close match. I just wish we could see a victor here. I'd love this would be a great candidate for the EBI rules.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for both these warriors. Tonight is our last battle of the evening. Want to thank you guys for a great contest. As there was no submission, this bout is a draw.